Okay, guys, so this is our Monday night motivational, and I'm going to tell you what. I could have thought of 1,000 reasons to cancel the Zoom this week. Like literally, like I could have thought of a million different reasons to cancel. I literally had a 10-hour day today, not counting my driving time, not counting all of the information overload that I had filled into my brain. All these different things. However, I've still been in messages talking to people. I've still talked to several promoters today in my inbox, people that were trying new products, customers that were just getting their orders in, promoters that had some issues, promoters that are trying to promote. I still got posts up today. I still got stories up today. I still did all of these things in between this craziness, okay? And I'm going to tell you, our team is literally about ready to hit its highest month ever. Okay. And we don't have double volume. And I'm super stoked about it because I know the reason that our team is doing as well as what they are is because they're showing up and because they're focused and because they're pushing past where they thought they could be. Just like I'm pushing past my goals every day that I thought that I could achieve. And I think ultimately at the end of the day, that's what we have to look at. And I'm going to tell you guys, the people that are not showing up right now, they're going to be in for such a rude awakening next month, August, September, October, November, December. And I'm telling you this because we're going to drop. Okay. We're going to drop. It's inevitable. It happens every year. Okay. There's a cycle that happens in this industry every single year. And I'm going to tell you, people are going to drop. All right. So that's why I tell people, if you're not sure that you're going to promote securely, like seriously, like you give it your all, but you don't dump a bunch of money into it. You don't do those things if you're just going to turn around and lose it. Okay. With that said, you have to be honest with yourself. Are you giving up or are you continuing to push because you know that you can make it happen and because you know other people can make it happen and people are working right alongside you? It's really hard sometimes, and I know we had this conversation today. A couple people had this conversation today about them showing up and their team not really showing up, or people on their team not really showing up, or their people on their team being pissed off because you want it so badly for them, but they're not doing the actions and then they're not getting the results. And they're like, well, I'm not, people get frustrated by not getting results, but most of the time they don't want to do that inner reflection that they're not getting the results because they're not doing the actions. I want to shout out Heather Rose for one. I can tell you guys that her PPA is like over 4,000 this month. She went 4K for the first time. She's been in for a couple years. When I reached out to her and I said, Heather, what made you decide to do this? And it was like a light bulb moment went off. And she was like, I am so tired of my shitty job. Like, I am so tired of living this life. Like, I want to be with my kids. And I just got in my messenger. And you guys, she just shot out message after message. If you're in my 4K, 12K, it's not a rank, it's not a leadership or whatever. It's literally some legs outside of my team that are just kind of working on rebuilding and so forth. But anyways, she's in that chat with us, and she shot out a whole bunch of things. She was like, you know what, guys, just being real, I've been living in my messenger. She's been living in her follow-up. She's been living in following up with those people that got samples, living in following up with those people that commented on her stories, living in following up on people that have gotten into like comments on her posts. And I'm just going to be truly honest with you guys, is like, do I think that I follow up like I need to? No, I don't. Do I follow up sometimes like I need to? Yes. Do I know what I need to do? Yes. Am I lazy? Yep. And so aren't a lot of you guys. It's real. When you ask Hannah Burkhart, or how about Cindy Gerhardt? She went 12K. Last month, you guys, she missed 12K last month by less than $1,000. But she wasn't going to put in for it. And this month, she went 12K securely way before the end of the month. Okay. And when you ask her what it is that she did, she got focused on how many people she could thrive for free, how many people she could help. And you see, there's so many people that get so stuck in that where am I? What's in it for me? What my goal is. And you have to shift it to what other people's goals are. Whether that's your customer, whether that's your promoter, whether that is whatever it is, right? But here's the tricky part. You can't make, my dog's like standing up in my window. That's why you can't see me real quick, because he's like blocking my light. The tricky part is that even though you're focused on these other people's goals, you can't focus on those other people's actions. You have to focus on your own actions and then be in alignment with it, right? Just like, you know, somebody can tell me like, Amanda, I want to lose 50 pounds. Like, what are the best products for me? For example, I'm just going to have this conversation because some of you guys get this. Some of you guys get this conversation happening in your inbox. Amanda, I want to lose 50 pounds. What can I do? What products are going to help me? I say, I can tell you what products have helped me and what they've done for me, but it's super duper important for you to get real with yourself and realize that calories in and calories out are going to determine how much weight you lose. I'm sorry, guys. I refuse. You will never, ever, ever see my ass advertise that our products will make you lose weight. Because if you're going to go sit your ass at McDonald's and you're going to go eat a full pizza, you're not going to lose weight. Period. End of story. Sorry. I don't care how many products you're taking. I don't care if you're taking diet pills all day long. I don't care. You're not going to lose weight. If you're stuffing your face, you're not going to lose weight. Okay? How do I know that? Because I was there. I had the energy, I had the focus, I had every other aspect that Thrive had to offer you, okay? However, I was still overweight. I was still lazy. I was sitting on my couch working my business all the time. I wasn't out exercising. I sure as hell wasn't drinking water. I was probably drinking pop and iced tea and everything else. Do you think that person's going to lose weight? Hell no. What do you think is going to happen to that person if you tell them they're going to magically lose weight by taking your Thrive products? If they don't change anything else, they're going to be frustrated and they're not going to reorder. And the vodka, Jess, thanks. Thanks a lot, Jess. Okay. Vodka with Mio. Thank you very much. Vodka, water, and Mio. Gotta drop the calories and the carbs. Okay. Let's be wise with that vodka. But no, on a for real note, I want you guys to understand this, because just like when a promoter comes on, if they don't show up and work the business, they're not going to make any money. They're not going to hit their VIP bonuses. So I can post all day long. If you want to make $1,300 in the next 2 weeks, I can show you how. But if they don't do the actions and they don't reach out to their friends, they never try the products, they never post about the products, they never talk about the products, nobody's going to get those VIP bonuses. And sometimes, and by the way, Judy, congratulations. I see you on right now. Congratulations, Judy just went 80K today. And you guys, the reality of it is like, okay, Judy just went 80K today. She had a celebration. She's here on the Zoom right now. Let's say that. Okay. Kaylee went 200K last month. She went 200K this month. She's on the Zoom right now. She's got teammates that she's messaged me about all day today that she wants to fight for. Okay. You guys, that is what it takes. Knowing what your team needs, knowing who needs what, where they need it, how can we brainstorm and make this happen? Same thing for your customers. Some of you guys right now are so close to that next rank, but you haven't reached out to those customers to see one last time. Are you sure you don't want to Thrive for free next month? Because I know you love these products. Bring up why they started thriving with you in the first place. How much could it hurt for you to really reach out to that person one last time and say, listen, I know you said that this was too much, but what if I helped write a post for you because you told me what you wanted? What if I wrote that post for you? Would you be willing to post it for me? And maybe you have $10 in credits. Maybe you have some credits left. And you say, you know what? If you rank this post, I'll give you $10 in credits to use towards your next purchase. You guys, you can leverage stuff, okay? Or maybe you have some samples on hand. You can say, you know what? If you put this post out, I will give your next two people that decide that they want to try it, a free sample of something. It could be rest. It doesn't even have to be a 3-day mini, guys. It could be like just a sample of a product that you have that you're excited to share. I want you guys to understand that over the next couple months, like, it definitely is going to slow down. It's inevitable. It always does. And right now it's kind of like this year truly will probably be different than any other year I've ever seen in network marketing, because we don't know what's coming. Like, we don't know what's happening in the economy. We don't know what's happening in businesses. We don't know what's happening in the world. It's an election year on top of that. We've got all this stuff happening. Like, it's like one thing after another. Like, I'm just waiting on like a big old tsunami or something to hit next. Like, I don't know what's happening, but it's crazy town, right? So it's so unpredictable that we have to make the decision that we can't predict the future, but we can predict the day-to-day of like what we decide to do and like the actions that we decide to do. I don't know how many of you guys write lists, but I am a list fanatic. Like, I have to have a list, or if I don't get anything done. Same thing goes, like, I write every week. I sit down and I write down, I have X, Y, and Z homework. I have this gym that I need to get to, this appointment that I need to get to, this class I need to get to. This week I have orientation, and every day. And some people are like, Amanda, why are you doing this? I'm getting that question every day. Like, so much that my head wants to like freaking fly off of my neck. Like, I get it every day. Why are you here? Why are you doing this? So why do people question so much why somebody wants to help people? Isn't that fucked up? Excuse my language, but isn't that fucked up? That's fucked up. Like, it's so messed up. Like, it's like weird for people to actually want to give their time to people. It's like so weird. It's like, why are you questioning my motives? Like, I'm getting paid to be here. Like, what is your problem? Like, that's the real talk. But the thing is that, you guys, I'm smart. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not. I'm smart. Do you know how many new contacts I've had in the last like month? Oh my God. Like, every time I work, I'm finding like new nurses and new aides and new people that I'm meeting, like every single day. Like, I am doing, for those of you guys that are wondering, yes, my lips are done. And yes, they're very gigantic right now. And I'm very fully aware of that. However, I'm using this as a marketing strategy. Okay. They're bringing people in because I'm the face of their business. All right. They're sharing my stuff, and I'm having parties for them every other month, which I'm not having all kinds of extra work done. But my thing is that I am growing my network because I was stagnant. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and do all this stuff, and I'm going to grow my network, because guess what that's going to do? Come September and October, when all of these new people have watched me for months and months and months, and they've seen me celebrating my team, and they've seen me doing all this, and they've got to get school supplies, or maybe they were like thinking about Christmas or whatever. Guess who they're going to reach out to, because they've know, like, and trust, and they've gotten to know me. I'm not talking about what's happening today, what's happening tomorrow. Now's when I'm going to sample people. Now's when they're going to see me every single day wearing my DFT. They're going to see me posting on social media. They're going to see me showing up. They're going to see me caring for people. They're going to see me shouting people out. They're going to see this stuff every single day, and they're going to see me have ups. They're going to see me have downs. They're going to know that I'm a real person and I talk real. But when they need extra money, they're going to say, well, Amanda does this. She said she's been doing this for 7.5 years. There must be something to it. I want you guys to think not just the tomorrow, like the end of the month results. I want you to think about next month's results. What about 3 months from now? What about 4 months from now? What about 6 months from now? How are you going to finish out 2020? How are you going to go? Do you realize like we're at the halfway point of the year? Like, man, that first part of 2020 has been a shit show, right? What about the last part of it? I mean, it's going to be a shit show. I'm just going to warn you. I'm going to give you the heads up now. Full disclosure. Be prepared. Schools are going to close. Everybody's going to be required to wear a mask. Suck it up, buttercups. That's what's coming. Okay? I'm just going to tell you. I don't want to wear a mask any more than any of you guys do, but it is what it is. Okay? And don't be a douchebag, because these people, they have rules and you have to wear them. So Suck it up, okay? It sucks. Nobody wants to wear them. But the thing is that I'm telling you this because you need to be prepared for the fact that, yes, your kids are probably going to be home. Yes, this virus is crazy. And listen, some of you guys are like, I mean, I don't believe this virus is good. And I don't care if you say that. You can say that, but I'm seeing people die. So the virus is real, okay? I'm just going to be real. I'm seeing these patients come in. I'm seeing what's happening on the monitor. I'm seeing what's happened to their lungs. It's real. With that said, do I think there's anything that we can do to prevent it as a country? No. Okay? There's not. They could close down tomorrow. It doesn't matter. They can close down like 2 months. Doesn't matter. You might as well build up your immunity, be healthy, take care of your body, take your vitamins, eat right, exercise, do what you got to do. Okay. Somebody's going to get pissed off at me. But I'm just speaking the absolute truth here. Okay. Run your business. Focus on your business. Focus on your family. Focus on the things that you can control. All right. Don't worry about the stuff that you can't. You don't know what's happening like from tomorrow to the next day, to the next day, to the next day. So all you can do is focus on the here and the now and what you are actually following through with. You guys, we're in that month end. All right. I really, really I say this every single month. You have to get zoned in. Okay. You have to get zoned in on what it is that your end goal is. Jessica, I hate to call you out. I always call Jessica out. I feel bad to always call Jessica out. But 2 days ago, Jessica said that her goal was going to be 6,000. You guys, she was at like 5,500 at that time. Okay. She was at like 5,500. And I said, are you kidding me? You're going to get more than $500 in the next 4 days, Jessica. Like, what are you doing? Why are you cutting yourself short? Some of you guys cut yourself short of your goal because you're afraid to say that number. You're afraid to go higher. You're afraid to push yourself, okay? Exactly. So you've got $223 and I know you're going to hit it by tomorrow midnight, right? By the close of the month, Jessica's going to make sure. And you want to know what, guys? Here's the thing. She might not be where she wants to be. And I know that she wanted to be at 8K. I know that she wanted to be at 12K this month. But by golly, she's going to finish this month higher than she's ever been. All right. And you can't look at that as a defeat. You have to look at it as a win. You have to. Because you might not be where you want to be, but you sure as hell are closer than you were. Right? And by the way, can we just shout out Jessica? Because her freaking transformation is incredible. Not even just a growth in her business, but in her personal transformation, her mind and her body. Okay. So shout out to you, Jess, because I love you, girl. And I know you're so damn hard on yourself. And it's the real talk is, guys, is that, oh, I'm getting a hug. Okay, bye. Go away. Bye. Go bye. But the real talk is, guys, is some of you guys are defeated because you're nobody's signing with me. Real talk. If I went to your timeline right now, would I sign with you? Real talk. Go look at your timeline. Would you sign with you? Probably not. Some of you guys that are bitching and whining and complaining want to know why? Because your mindset sucks. Fix it. I'm just being real. Fix it. If you're sitting there, oh, boo-hoo, pity me, fix it. You're not going to change anything until you do. You've got to start with, am I showing up? Am I doing a list? No? Okay, there's your answer. Does my timeline suck because all I do is share stuff and post stuff like that other people post? You guys, you got to stop. Be some original you. Be you. If I went to, and I'm just going to shout out, listen, I'm going to use Kaylee as an example. Kaylee will straight up tell you, she friggin' saves the shit out of posts that are relevant to her. Do you hear what I just said? She told you she doesn't like to type out posts. She's terrible at writing posts, she says. Okay, I am too. I suck at that. But I babble. It is what it is. I still babble. But Kaylee will tell you that is her thing. So what does Kaylee do? She saves posts that are relevant to her and her life. She takes pictures and she reuses those posts to fix them to fit her. So if I went to Kaylee's timeline, I wouldn't even know that it was somebody else's post that actually wrote it, because it's literally stuff that's exactly her, and it fits her life, right? That's just real talk. Some of you guys are not even trying, and like there's a difference. There's like a difference in effort, and the difference in effort is somebody's page that I go to and they are literally sharing other people's stuff all day long. There's absolutely no thought process that goes into it at all. There's no engagement going on anywhere because they just posted and hoped and crossed fingers that somebody would like their stuff today. And yeah, no real content. Amy Hobson, let's go to her. Let's talk about Amy for a second. If you guys knew Amy a couple years ago, 3 years ago to be exact, Amy was like super hothead. I love you, Amy. I love you. I know you're not going to hate me for this. And I can remember having this conversation with this girl because somebody had turned her into compliance. And it was so stupid, you guys. It was so stupid. Like this person was lying. Anyways, long story short, Amy was so mad. She was like ready to throw in the towel. Over the course of the last 3 years, I've seen her continue to fight. I've seen her fight for her team. I've seen her fight when everybody else quit around her. I've seen her fight whenever she had personal stuff going through her life. I've seen her continue to show up regardless. I've seen her continue to push herself outside of that comfort zone and continue to grow. And I've seen her go through a lot of life, okay? A lot of life that none of you guys even know, all right? But I've seen her grow. I've seen her do TikToks, you guys, like TikToks. Like Amy's doing TikToks now, right? And she's like got like this whole like a whole other world happening. And it's like amazing to watch. That's where you see growth. How many of you guys think that people are watching Amy now and it's like, wow, like she has transformed? They've watched that transformation. Her team has watched that transformation, and many of her team are coming back. They're coming back stronger. Why? Because their leader kept going. She showed up all the time. She kept on going. And that's what I think so many people miss out on is that, my God, do you realize how much growth you could have if you just kept going? If you just decided, you know what, instead of being easy on myself, instead of just clocking into work, because let's be real, you guys know those people that clock into work and they half-ass their job. Like, listen, okay, being back in the workforce, let me just tell you this. There are some lazy ass aides, okay? There's some lazy ass aides. There's some lazy ass nurses too, okay? It's just what it is, all right? But then there's some nurses and some aides that run circles around people. You know what's sad in the workforce is that those people get paid the same. They get paid the same. They all clock in. One sits on their ass. The other one's busting their ass. And they all get paid the same. Well, I'm going to tell you that's not how network marketing works. You clock in here and you sit on your ass. Your paycheck's going to suck. And then you're going to quit. And then you're going to go find out another mediocre job that you're going to quit. And you're going to keep on moving along. You might change about 10 million companies, maybe even if you're going to play around in network marketing, until it finally clicks on you. Until you finally realize, like, oh my God, I got to show up. I got to plug in. I got to do this stuff. And then you're going to be like, why did I waste all that time? Because now you've lost credibility from people watching you. I really, really hope, and I cross fingers all the time, that people just have that like light bulb moment. Because if you guys knew and saw what I see on the other side of this, and you watched people's lives completely transform, the Brittany O'Neills, okay, the Crystal Simpsons, the Shannon Melsers, the Summer Loves, the Judys, the Angie Taylors, okay, than Misty. Shout out to Misty, man. She got serious about her workout in this last month, and how many people are inspired by watching some Misty's post. Me. Me. Okay. And I'm telling you this, guys, because I want you to understand that we have such an ability to like have such a community of hope. Like, quit getting so stuck up on like the ranks. It's really not about that. Okay. It's really not about that. I can tell you 100%, I would give up my rank tomorrow if it meant that I could keep every single person in my world for the rest of my life. Like, I'm telling you, like, it really does. When it comes down to it, like, money comes and goes. Okay. Money does come and go. And I want you guys to really, as you finish up this month and as you go into July, and knowing that, yes, things might slow down, you might have some hurdles because some of you guys are going to be ready to quit in 2 months. Real talk. Some of you guys are going to be ready to throw in the towel in 2 months because you're going to get discouraged. You're going to be like, man, I've been showing up. I've been doing all this stuff. But then you're just going to throw in the towel. You're going to quit. And you're not going to quit because like it got hard. You're going to quit because you weren't putting in the mind work. You weren't putting in the showing up and building those relationships. You weren't putting in those figuring out how to get over yourself and talk yourself out of, quitting. You got to link up with the right people. And I know it's super easy to get distracted, and I know it's super easy to like compare yourself and like wonder like why you're not where where other people are and all of that jazz. But like, you guys, I sit there and I think like I could sit here and I could be like, man, like I'm not Aaron Aponte. I'm not Natasha. I'm not Jamie. I'm not Lisa. I'm not Dana Chuva. I'm not Maria Dillard. Does that make me a failure? Does that make me a failure? I'm working back as a nurse, 2 places, and going to school. What do you think people think right now of me? I'll tell you, they think my income's dropped. And I want to be like, fuck that, bitches. I mean, for real, I want to be like, no, it hasn't. But I think it's even better that I just get to be who I am. Right? And people get to see me live my passion and see me working out and see me trying different health things. And yes, joking about, having some vodka here and there and getting my lips done. And, my husband was like earlier tonight, he was like, Mandy, you don't have to do that stuff to your face. You're beautiful. I said, I know, but I wanted to. I want big lips. You guys, it's not about pleasing anybody else at this point for me. It's about pleasing myself. It's about doing the things that I wanted to do that I finally feel confident to do. And I want each one of you guys to realize, like, if you allow each one of us to grab your arms, we will pull you through this. Like, real, straight, real talk. Like, if you grab onto our arms and you keep on showing up, I promise you're going to be inspired. I promise you're going to continue to want to push. I promise you're going to continue to set goals. I promise you're going to get over those hurdles. I promise you that you're probably going to come over. You're probably going to come over some things that you have been dealing with your entire life, that your confidence level is going to go through the roof because you have people finally believing in you. I'm not saying you didn't have people believing in you before, but there's a certain level of a stranger that doesn't know you that's cheering you on from afar. There is just something about that that's just magical, guys. And you build these relationships. And when we have that next getaway and you get to celebrate on a beach in some weird location with all of us, and you're like, is this real life? Yeah, fuck yeah, it's real life. This is our real life. We get to make these rules. We get to do this. We get to have our cars paid for. We get to show that person that just lost their job because of unforeseen situations how they can replace their income and make more than what they were making with their income if they put in the work. So, like, as you're finishing up, I really want you to dig down into your team and say, you know what? Who's thriving for free? Who could I help? Zig Ziglar always says, and this is like one of help enough people reach their goals, you're going to reach yours. That's so true. It's like one of the best sayings on the planet. And then Aristotle, I used to always repeat this one, was you are what you repeatedly do. Is that not a fact? Yes, it is. If you work out all the time, are you not going to get healthy and fit? If you eat right all the time, are you not going to be healthy? Yeah. If you sleep all the time, are you not going to be lazy? Yeah. If you go to school, are you not going to get smart? Probably. I mean, unless you're just not very smart. I mean, then you're probably not going to get in school. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying the reality of it is like school's not for everybody. Okay. Some people are very good with their technical skills. For me personally, I am not. I am good with my talking skills and my studying skills. And that's just real talk. I can put a mean IV in though. But I want you guys to like really think about that. Like, as we're finishing up the month, is it you're pushing for a goal? Is that goal going to be sustainable? Is everybody on your team going to be winning? Is it going to make people discouraged? Like, are they going to fall behind? Like I said, don't dump a ton of money into something that's not going to hold. Okay. Just don't do it. However, if you have a plan and you are going to go and get samples out and you guys are all going to push as a team to push towards something, then what you want to do is you want to push towards that goal. And then guess what? As a team, you're all going to go focus on getting samples out. You're going to focus on turning those samples into customers. You're going to be aggressive. Okay. So if you're pushing for a goal and you're ordering or you're placing orders or whatever, then you need to make that focus like, okay, we're doing this, we're closing it out, and then we're going to go get minis out, and we're going to close new customers, we're going to get new promoters, and we're going to turn those people over, right? So that's a solid plan. So just make sure you have a plan as you finish it up. Customers, break down your list. Customers, who's thriving for free? Who can I reach out to? Don't care if you've reached out to them already this month. Follow up with those people that are about ready to lose out on those credits one more time, okay? One more time, because it's not going to hurt. And be like, you know what? I know I already followed up with you, but today's the last day because tomorrow's the last day. This is it. I don't care. Guess what, guys? I don't care if they order 30, like, ideally, you don't want them to order $30 sculpt with the $25 credit, okay? You're not going to make diddly squat, maybe like a penny or something on it. So just know that. Be prepared. If you go sign 20 customers that have 25 in credits and they only are buying sculpt, and you're like, man, I signed 30 customers this month. Be honest with yourself here. Do you really expect to make money if you just sold 30, you just signed 30 customers and they only bought sculpt and they ordered $25 in credits? So $5 towards the product? No. You're not going to make money even if you did get the money from that. Like, seriously, like, no. So, like, yeah, be proud. Okay. You need to focus on those customers now sharing that sculpt product and them thriving for free next month. All right. Don't focus on just closing the customer. Focus on closing the customer and how that customer can get it for free next month, because you can turn that one $30 order into $90 an order if two of their friends decide to order, and now they're getting their product for free next month. That $30 turned into $90. See where we went there, because their friend just decided to share that, hey, I tried this product this month and look at these results that people are getting. You shoot out some result pictures in the comments, boom, you just helped your friend thrive for free, because now people are seeing that not only are they trying it, but these are the results from people that have also tried it. Like, got to put in that legwork, but it's doable. So people thriving for free, break down your promoters, find out where people are. Listen, we said it last month and we probably should have said it earlier, but if you're not close enough to 4K, 12K, 80K, 40K, all of the Ks, whatever, like, listen, you're 500 right now. Okay, so shoot for 750 tomorrow. Okay, if you're 750, shoot for 1,000 tomorrow. Like, don't just give up on yourself and be like, you know what? Like, I'm here. Like, this is where I'm going to end up the month. Like, Don't be that person. That person's not a team player. That person's just worried about themselves. And that's not cool. Like, that's not cool at all. So Lisa, God, I'm sitting here talking. How did you guys let me talk for 35 minutes? Jeez Louise, I've just been going one
Because
thing
you
after
don't
another.
shut the hell up. You
I know.
don't give anybody else a chance to talk. It's freaking annoying. You're out hoeing around over the weekend or something.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
was so hoping that Penis Guy was going to be on because I had some choice words. I was going to like scare him, so I'm kind of upset that Penis Guy isn't on. But so okay, so you know what we talked about, Amanda? We talked about the fact that, I mean, obviously month end, and you know, one of the things I want to reiterate is customers thriving free, because the second, like, people don't give a
Lisa muted yourself.
people don't care when you tell them on the first because it's too far away. My God, I'm gonna kill my son. He keeps calling my phone and he's annoying. Hold on a second. Anyways, they don't care when you tell them on the first of the month because that's too far away. But when you tell them, oh my gosh, do you realize in 3 days your account will be loaded with this much money? All we got to do is get you 2 customers, and then all of a sudden it's fresh in their minds and they want to do it. So I just make sure that you are retouching base with people that you haven't even, you know, thought would want to do it or not. But one of the other things we talked about too, Amanda, because I pretty much feel like you covered that, was a lot of people complaining,
in the game room?
maybe they're just not happy in their businesses right now or whatever. I mean, there's only so many people that have their videos on right now, but show of hands, how many people are like super happy with their business right now? I'm looking, I'm scrolling. Okay, so we got some hands up, some hands down, more down than up. Okay, so I want you guys to, I got a little checklist I want to read off to you guys. And when I'm reading it off to you, I truly want you to answer it. Like, raise your hand if you can, like, I'll give you an example, okay? I want you to raise your hand with me if you can. How many free accounts have you personally added in the past 30 days? Raise your hand right now if you have personally added at least 5 new free accounts in the last 30 days. And that's low, y'all. But I'm just curious, like, how many of you can say that you honestly have? You can lie to us. I mean, I'm not going to go like stalk your back office and see if it's true. You know the truth. But the reason I'm going to ask you guys these questions is because if you can go through these and you can't answer a lot of these, it's probably part of the reason why you're not happy with your business. So in my personal opinion, you should be adding at the minimum 5 free new accounts every week. Now, I just asked for the month, but for a week, I would say 5 would be like the minimum. How many of you guys, how many fan page stories have you shared in the past 7 days to your Facebook page? How many stories? Your story, someone else's story, interviewed somebody from the company, Facebook Lives are back. I mean, how many of you have done that in the past 7 days? How many of you could tell me what your favorite call was? Well, you guys that are on here, I recognize your names. Most of you get on these. But there's so many people in this company that if I read this stuff off, they'd be like, I can't tell you because I haven't been on a call. I haven't been on a Zoom. I can't tell you what my favorite call was or what I learned this week. So we'll give you guys all the point for that one because you're on here. But how many of you could snap me a photo right now of your calendar, or however you guys keep track of your daily activity or income producing activities? I don't do a calendar per se. I have like a 6 list. Every night before I go to bed, I write down 6 income producing things I'm going to do for my business the next day. How many of you could right now show me? If I said, send it to me immediately, send me your calendar, send me your to-do list for tomorrow. What did you do today? Would you be able to actually show me a list? I mean, how many times do you need to get on the Zooms with Amanda and myself and Kayla and Chastity? And I mean, the hundreds of leaders that do Zooms a week. And I don't know how many times you have to hear the fact that if you don't have lists, then there's something wrong. How many of you could right now snap me a photo of a spreadsheet or a list of your potentials? How many of you could do that right now? How many of you could show me a list of potentials that you're working on? How many of you could show me a list of people that you just added to Facebook? How many of you added somebody to Facebook today, brand new, that you didn't know before Lavelle? How many of you are doing that daily? How many three-way calls or group chats have you had somebody in the past 7 days? How many? Because if the answer is in 7 days, you have not put one person in a three-way call or three-way chat with an upline, downline, sideline, somebody with a similar story, probably why your business isn't growing. Can you send me some examples of how you are following up with your free accounts? Would you be able to send me right now screenshot messages on how you have followed up with people this week about helping them thrive free? How about when did you last send your story into the fan page? Could you send me the link? If I asked you right now, give me your link to the story, but your fan page story, would you be able to send it to me? If you've never done that before, why? Why have you not done this yet? I don't care if you've been in a week. You can still send this story in, and then in a month, send your new story in, because as you guys all know that are on the Thrive Experience, your story is constantly and forever changing. So I challenge all of you guys, if you haven't sent your story in, start off the new month with a story. If you haven't put it in 3-4 months, it's time to put a new story into the fan page. Can you send me your recorded call of your personal Thrive experience? You guys, or a video. I think it's huge. Each one of you, I think, should have a YouTube channel. You should have a video made really quick of you just describing what Thrive has done for you that you can shoot out very quickly to potentials. Here, I want you to listen to this when you have a couple minutes. And that way you've got that duplication and it's easy for you. And you've got a video ready to go describing your experience and what Thrive has done for you. If you don't have one of those, why? Let's get you one. When was the last call you scheduled or hosted? When's the last Facebook Live you've done? That you shared your story or talked about somebody else's or just went live? When is that last time you did a Facebook Live? What about how many promoters right now are in their VIP period? Would you be able to tell me that? Do you know where to find that in your cloud office? And if you're just getting started, are you trying to hit your VIP 800 and 1600 every single month? The goal every month should be 4 customers, 4 promoters for every single person that is on here right now. That should be your personal goal. When is the last time you signed a customer? When's the last time you signed a promoter? How many personal customers or promoters do you have thriving free? And then, obviously, what else are you doing to self-develop? But you guys, this is just something I read. It's called the Pulse of Your Business or Rock Your Mentoring Calls. You can find this sheet that I just read off in the documents in our Dream Team 2020 page. And let me tell you what, 90% of the time, you guys, when I have a brand new promoter or anybody, to be honest with you, anybody that's kind of having an issue in their business and they can't quite figure out what's missing, I usually send them that list and they usually go, never mind. They don't need to talk to me because they're not doing the basics. And that list really that I just read off is just the basics, guys. That's not even going above and beyond. That's not the list of, man, I want to make $1 million. That's the list of, I just want to make sure that I'm doing something every day to grow my business. That's like what everybody should be doing, whether they want to be thriving free and they're a promoter or whether they want to go 200K. That's just like the basics. But on top of that, like if I just did that list, Amanda, you know it. If you just did that list, we wouldn't be sitting here right now hosting a call like this. There's no way. So, but here's the thing though, is I don't want you guys getting discouraged if you're working 3 jobs and 5 kids. Don't think that a list like that can't get you to a place that you need to be to start having more time on your hands, to put in the more time to get to 200K or whatever that is. So just know that it's getting that consistency down, because everything I just mentioned, most of that doesn't take a lot of time. Most of it can be done in the nooks and crannies of your day. But I think that, you said you were just like wanted to be raw and real, Amanda. And I agree. Like, at some point, all of us have to be willing to look in the mirror. You don't got to be honest with me. You don't got to be honest with Amanda. You can tell us, yep, you added 5 new accounts today and you did a 3-way message, and it's not true, whatever. When you're doing yourself a disservice by not looking in the mirror and being brutally honest with yourself about the amount of time and attention and consistency that you're giving your business. You've got to, it's kind of like Alcoholics Anonymous, right? The first step in all these classes is admitting you have a problem. You have to first admit that you are not doing what you're supposed to do to grow your business. Instead of blaming other people, blaming lack of time, blaming this happening and that happening, and your upline, your downline, your sideline, my team isn't working. At some point, we have to really look in the mirror and go, okay, I'm not doing what I should be doing. And that's where it all starts, is making sure you guys are doing the right steps. And once you get that down consistently, you would be so shockingly surprised how other people start to follow suit, how all of a sudden your team is plugging in. I said this on a call last week, Amanda, and I mean it. I don't know how to say this any clearer. When I signed up to do this, and I wanted to get out of my job, and I just wanted to have more money, and I wanted to change my family's life, I didn't count on anyone else, only me. I didn't sign Amanda Arnett and go, I hope Amanda gets on the call today. I message Amanda. Amanda, there is a call right now. Here is the link. You must be on it. Now, I can't control if Amanda gets on that call, but you better bet your ass on my end, I made sure that I am going to let every person under me know what is happening. I'm not going to just assume they saw it on Facebook. I want to succeed. So I'm going to I'm going to be everybody's coach and mentor, and be up their ass coach and mentoring until they get it. See, now I don't have to message Amanda. I don't got to message Amanda and say, hey, Amanda, don't forget you got a Zoom tonight. Amanda just does the Zoom because Amanda gets it. But guess what? Somebody brand new doesn't get it yet. And until you keep hammering it in their heads and letting them know what's happening and including them and plugging them in, you are part of the reason why your people are quitting or why they're not plugged in. You're just assuming, well, I added them to the team page, and having the mentality of, well, these people are adults. They run their own business just like me. They should know it. I'm not going to be anybody's bitch. I'm not going to message people and tell them what to do. Listen, y'all, get over yourselves right now, because you got to be willing to do whatever it takes. And I remember telling myself, I don't care if I have to inch my way to the very tippy top. I will do it all by myself if I have to. But guess what? You aren't going to have to, because along the way, if you go through this business with that mentality of I will do it alone if I have to, on your way, you will find people that get it. You'll find the Amandas out there, and the Jess Cutrights, and the Crystal Simpsons. You're going to find those people, because you're going to run into them along the way. It always happens. So, but you might have to go it alone sometimes. That's what I'm telling y'all. You have to be willing to know that I might be in this by myself a lot. I might not have anybody backing me sometimes. I might not get one of my team members that hop on, but you sure as heck bet I'm going to let them know what's happening. And I'm going to make sure that I'm not the reason they fail. They can be the reason they fail, but I will not be the reason that they fail. And I'm not too good to let people know what's going on. I'm not too good to check in every day. I'm not too good to be up anybody's butt. And you'll find that the ones that truly want it will start to catch on. Oh, wow. And they're going to catch on because of you. So get honest with yourself, guys. We're going into July. And Amanda was not lying when she says we're coming up on a time of year where it's going to go either one way for you or the other. Period. There's only 2 ways it will go. Those of you guys that have been plugging in, getting consistent, getting in getting in those right habits, you're not going to see the sting. You're going to see a consistency happen, while other people are going to lose it because they're not committed. They're just not. So get real now, because September is coming, and that's usually where we really start to see, I think things are going to be a little bit different because of COVID, and that's when kids used to go to school. You just can't, you just don't have any time right now, guys, to waste. And now is the time to get real with yourself and go, where am I falling short? Let me admit it now so I can work on those things. Let me reach out to who I need to reach out to get better at those things. And then let me get my head out of my butt. Does that make sense? I don't know. That's what was on my heart.
Hey, listen, it's real talk. I mean, you guys listen, I got up this morning and Donnie, like my alarm didn't go off at first, and Donnie woke me up. It was like 5:15, and he said, "What time are you supposed to be up?" I was like, "Shit, 15 minutes ago, I must have hit snooze." And I did. So I didn't get to sit up and take my capsules like I normally do, but guess what? I did. I reached in my drawer, I took my capsules, I took a picture. I posted to my Instagram, I posted to my Facebook. Okay. I put it in my stories. And then I hurried up and I got ready and I did everything. And then I went to work. I think I still made a post on Facebook actually as my car was warming up saying, make sure you tell my friend Amanda happy birthday if you see her today. It was just a positive motivational post. Got a post out on Facebook. Good to go. Got in my stories, got in my Facebook. I'm on my way, right? I'm at work. Guess what I'm doing, guys? I'm setting up for tonight's Zoom. I'm shooting in my chats. I'm like, talking to people. I'm talking to customers. I'm talking to promoters here and there. I'm going to the bathroom on my lunch break. I'm talking to Kaylee on my lunch break. I was sending her voice messages and going back and forth, catching up on other voice messages that I had on my way home after I got home. It's been nonstop. Guess what? I got a lot done today, and I put in over 10 hours at work doing all the things that I had to do between the drive that I had and what I had to do. And I want you guys to understand, like, it all comes down to a choice. You don't think 7.5 years ago when I was working at 2 hospitals, 6 days a week, 13-hour shifts, I didn't have an obstacle to overcome in order to make this industry work for me? Hell no. You want to know what I was doing? I was loading that shit up in my bag and I was selling it to the people that I worked with. When I stopped at the gas station, I was giving out business cards. How many of you guys have business cards? Okay, because if you don't, you're missing out. You're missing out. How many of you guys intentionally go to the post office and put those business cards up on the little thingy-mabobbers, like up on the little whatchamacallit boards? Okay, that's a missed opportunity. What about tanning salons, or like that's time of the year? Tanning salons, gyms, nail salons. You could be going into those places. Hey, can I stick a handful of business cards here? Think outside the box. Think outside the box. How can you get in front of people, especially right now in this challenging time? You
That
guys.
too, Amanda, think outside the box. Like, I always think back. Like, sometimes I get, the stuff I get in Messenger sometimes from people with, I guess, objections, or, people struggling with something. It doesn't matter what it is, or even I can't find something. I found it. I figured it out. And I think that's the difference between somebody that is not going to let anything stop them versus somebody that's just looking for the next thing to let stop them. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I won't work this for 3 days because I couldn't find the video. I couldn't find the video she was talking about. So until somebody answers me back, I'm just going to go do something else. Like, not me. I'm going to go find that video, and I'm going to make sure I find it. And I'm not going to stop asking until I get it. Or it's just like, how many times have you and I mentioned the 45-second presentation? Yet I bet there's 50 people on here that still have not looked it up. Like me, if I was on a Zoom with my uplines and they were like, you need to go find this 45-second, that's the first thing I'd be getting off the Zoom to go do it. See ya. Like, I need to go do this now. I just think it's the biggest difference between somebody that truly, truly, truly wants this, nothing is going to stop them or let it get in their way, and somebody that's not quite there yet. They're still letting little things still get in their way. And it's a choice that they're letting it do it, but they're using it as excuses, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So like I last night was on Stacy's Zoom and I was in the bathtub. I mean, obviously I said I was naked and then the guy decides to show his private parts. So that was like not good timing. But no, on a for real, like I mean, what timing was that? But I was on a Zoom after I like seriously guys, like I want you to understand, like I just flipped from night shift to day shift for one, okay? And I'm doing, like I said, 10-hour days for the next, I have to work I'll leave here in the morning at 5:45 and I'll get home at probably 6 something. Okay. That's tomorrow. Then the next day I have to work in the ER all day. So I already know I'm not going to be able to be on my phone most of the day on Wednesday. Okay. You're not going to see me. I already know the certain hours that are going to be busy that I'm not going to be able to check my phone. I'm not going to be able to do things. So guess what? I also already know that it's month end for my team. So I need to show up and I need to be around and I need to be available and I need to be intentional about my time. I also know that I have a test, 2 discussions, 3 replies, and a paper I need to write before Friday at noon. Okay. Somewhere in the mix of all of this stuff, I need to fit time in there for all of that. And I know that I'm going to have it all done. Why? Because it just has to be done. There's not an option to not do it. There's not an option to not show up or not to turn my stuff in. It's just what I have to do. So you have to take that quitting off the table. You have to take that throwing in the towel off the table and you have to say, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Like, I'm just going to do it. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to keep on doing it until I get to where I'm going. Right? Because I can tell you, I used to say this to myself all the time. I said, I don't know when I'm going to get there, but I'm going to get there. And you guys, I'm telling you that because as we wrap up this Zoom tonight, I want you to really think about it. Are you thinking about the what ifs? Or are you thinking about the when? Okay. Because the reality of it is that there was never an if I was going to succeed. I knew I was going to succeed. It was just a matter of when I was going to succeed. All right. And I can tell you that the reason why I feel like I am successful, probably one of the number one contributing factors. No, there's not just one. I continue to show up and I care about my team. I continue to show up and I care about my team. But also, not only do I care about my team, but I just care about people in general. All right. Like, I just care about people in general. And because of that, I'm not saying I'm a saint because I'm not. Okay. But because of that, I continue to show up and I care about people. That consistency has helped me create a following of people that trust me and know that I'm going to be there and know that I am not perfect and that I struggle. And, and I'm real. And I want you guys to understand that if you're just trying to look a certain way or faking it until you make it type of business, if you're just eventually it's going to catch up with you. Like, it sucks to fake who you are. Okay. It's a heck of a lot better to just be who you are and live that out loud and embrace it. Like, I tell my husband all the time, like, what are your hobbies? What are your goals? And like, he gets mad sometimes, but I'm like, babe, I'm not picking on you. Like, I really want you to think about that. And I want each one of you guys to think about that. Like, what are your hobbies or what are your goals? And like, where do you want to be? And what are you trying to accomplish? Okay, how are you going to get there? Like, what do you need to do? What does that look like for you? What does it look like for you to get where you want to go? Okay. It's not going to happen because you sneezed. It's not going to happen because you clapped your fingers or twisted your nose or anything like that. Like, there's no magical solution that's going to, like, you can put out there. All right. It's like you got to do stuff to get to where you want to go. So make your list. Okay. And if you want to get there faster, then you increase your list. Period. End of story. Who was it that said that they friended? Somebody recently said that they were sending out like 50 friend requests a day or something like that. Anyways, I'm going to tell you, like, Facebook might block you. Facebook might yell at you sometimes. But to be honest with you guys, like, if you're being genuine, like, you're not going to get turned in. Okay. You're not going to turn in. People aren't even going to, like, decline accepting you if you're actually friending them because of them seeing you somewhere. Right now, if you're just going to your suggested friends and like friend, you're being lazy, and no wonder you deserve to go into Facebook jail. First of all, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Excuse my language. Okay. And like, you're just being lazy. So stop being lazy and realize, like, if you just do things the right way, you're going to grow your business. Okay. So who do you friend? People that you have stuff in common with. So dig deep. Okay. And then start posting about that stuff. Start talking about stuff. Are you getting samples out? Are you going live? Are you posting to your stories? Are you posting your Facebook? Are you inspiring, entertaining, or encouraging, or, informing of anything on a daily basis? If you're not, and all you've got are a bunch of recipes and memes, it's time to reevaluate. Would you join you? Would you join you? And if you wouldn't join you, who would you join? Go emulate them for a while. Go and replicate what it is that they're doing. If you're saying that you would not join yourself, who would you join? Go do what it is that they're doing. If you're watching them, I know for a fact that Kaylee was so inspired by Courtney Glacier that she started emulating the things that she was doing, and boom, she found her. Right? I love you guys. We're going to wrap this up because it's been a long day for me. We're going to have an incredible month end. No matter what, if you fall short, I do not want you to beat up on yourself, okay? I want you to continue to push till midnight tomorrow night, Eastern time. Give it your all. Get samples out. Help somebody thrive for free. You yourself, mark off something that you can feel good about no matter what tomorrow night, okay? And then you're going to set out your goals for July and your intention. And I'm going to tell you, and Katie Muntz says this all the time, and I say it too, whatever you've been doing over the last 30 to 90 days, that's what your business is going to be doing in the next 30 to 90 days. Okay. So whatever you've been doing in the last 30 to 90 days, if you just now decided the last like 30 days to get serious, then the next 60 days are going to be like, you're just going to be building, but eventually it's going to catch up with you. Misty, please do not let your foot off your gas in what you're doing right now. Okay. Cause I can see you like surpassing where you've ever been, and you turning around and being 12K before you know it. If you stay on your path, your health journey is inspiring the piss out of me, and it's inspiring so many other people watching you. Okay. So please keep showing up. I see you getting on Kayla Zooms. I see you showing up, girl. Like, I want you to know, like, we see you. Okay. I love you. And I want you to know that. And Summer Love, I love you, and you inspire me so much. And you've been on my top PPA for like ever and a day now. I feel like you're never coming off of that, because you're just like on this like wild horse. And you guys are going to see Summer Love just come back with a vengeance. And I guarantee you, give her a year, she sticks on what she's doing, she's going to be 200K without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. I see that. I just want you to know. And you look so damn beautiful. I just want you to know that too. Okay. Just want you to know that. Okay. All right, guys. I love you all. And I hope everybody has an amazing night. Let's finish off this month like with a boom. To my team, you guys were about ready to break that record. It's like inching away. And I couldn't be prouder, and I'm so thankful. So everybody have a good night. Bye, guys. Sorry, I ramble a whole bunch. It could have been the vodka, but it really wasn't that much. Bye, guys. Love ya.